tears to friends, family, and blurring the lines in between the two.
I like that a lot. I think your phone may have slipped.
It's okay. It doesn't matter. She thought that she broke my heart, but really I wasn't hurt at all. 'Cause you know, I just wanted her to be free. Dee 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 dee. She thought that she broke my heart because she made love to another man. But you know, I just wanted her to know that she could be. She said, I'm sorry, I couldn't be there for you. I want you to know that I love you. I've been weak and feeling all alone, but when I'm stronger, yeah, you'll be the first to know. And I'ma love you like a Superman. I'll be there for you anytime. No more running from the things we love. There's a million thousand ways to rise. Know that I'll love you no matter what. And that's the feelings that are coming up. And progress, you know we got a few. But baby, know that none of you. And I'll still play cool, yeah. When I'm back, know those feelings running through ya. I don't really care who ya love. 'Cause you're my angel, so be free. I'll still play cool, yeah. You know those feelings running through ya. I don't really care who ya love. 'Cause you're my angel, so be free. I'll still play cool, yeah. You know those feelings running through ya. I don't really care who ya love. 'Cause you're my angel, so be free. I'll still play cool, yeah. You know those feelings running through ya. I don't really care who ya love. 'Cause you're my angel, so be free. Just please, please don't tell me no.
That's so lovely. It's very. I feel like it's because some of the for me like the last experience I had with you musically was the tracks that you played in the car.
Right.
Which were the old ones, not
Right.
the acoustic ones. I heard one acoustic track with you when we were sitting in my garage.
Right.
That was the only one, but then the most recent one was the older electronic ones that
Right.
were also beautiful, and I I told you I love them. This one feels like phenomenal. I gotta find the words for it though. I have to like. There's a liberating aspect. There's like a freeness to it
Yes.
that I haven't heard before in your work,
Right.
and it needs to be produced. It needs to be like totally filled with the energy that like you brought to it here, because it's this like really rich song that vocally and acoustically is so like loving and strong and vibrant, and I think it wants like one or two extra layers of like
Granular digitalization.
depth. Yeah, granular depth.
Yeah.
That just to like fill the whole
To
thing out.
orchestrate it.
But I think you already captured like the core of it, obviously, because that's why you wrote the song in the first place.
But we're not always able to capture
No.
what we're feeling. So the fact that I was able
It's
to
a huge deal. No,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I need like that is so important to acknowledge.
it's the foundation that allows it to
exist at all.
To let those other layers be all it needs.
Completely.
Instead of work on the song.
And the thing is,
instead of saying, "Hey, Cena, work on the song."
No, and it doesn't need. Well, the thing is, like, I don't even like the word need. It doesn't need it at all.
But to make it in its highest form.
I think it could.
Little elegant ornamentations.
Yeah, I don't like,
cherries on top.
I think just to like bring out the richness of it, because it's such a heartfelt, pure song, and I think because the way that you performed it is so spare, it like brings out the chorus, the most core elements of it, which is a tribute, like is a testament to like you as a musician. But I think it has the potential to be like
more.
Really, because like that has a specific kind of it has a niche, and that would be popular in and of itself. But I think just one or two other, like just adding a single bass layer
Totally.
would just like richen it.
Bass as in bass, or bass as in the bass layer.
Bass.
Bass notes.
The bass. Bass
guitar.
Guitar. Yeah.
Acoustic or digital.
Either one. Whatever you feel is appropriate.
Right. Whatever works for the song.
Exactly. And I think in this case you performed it acoustically, so I think I imagined it acoustically, but
Can I play you the song you heard in your garage?
Of course.
Because I played these two songs, or like maybe one or two other more, were what I played at these CEO parties and these like high-end parties for this retreat.
Sure.
Because I was like, should I play stuff that like is like older, or should I play just like my favorite songs right now?
Yeah.
And I went with my favorite songs.
Good.
And they're all newer.
Dope.
And like I don't have the confidence in them as I do in some of my old ones.
Sure.
But because they came across as authentic, I'm able to like belt without yelling, and like scream without loudness, and like yell without volume. You know?
Please play it.
Okay. Because I changed it a lot, and it transformed the song.
I'd love to hear it.
Sometimes it gets hard for you to notice where you are. People won't put you into a tiny mason jar. Set it on a shelf and let it rot away, oh yeah. Don't let them tell you how to play. No, you can change your life. And when we fall, we're going for the hard times. So when it's all finally reading, yeah, it has sight when you're blind, a heart when you're heartbroken, a love that began seem to let go of its drifting your way. So down on the tune, and if you wanted to fly, then we'll send it to you. Sight when we're blind, a heart when we're heartbroken, a love that began seem to let go of its drifting your way. So turn off the tube, and if you wanted to fly, then we'll send it to you. Send it to you, send it to you. We're gonna send it to you, you. Send it to you, send it to you. We're gonna send it to you. Oh, don't be a fool, don't run away. I know you got it inside you, and someday we're gonna be right on your side. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Every time I forgot how good it was. It's so fucking good. Scott.
Oh, don't be a fool, don't run away. I know you got it inside you, and someday we're gonna be right on your side. Yeah, 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 yeah.
I love that song so much. There's a line, I don't even know. I can't even articulate. Like, I don't hear every single word, but the words that I would hear is the heart and heartbroken, and that line is so compelling, and just both rhythmically and like and content wise. Concept wise, yeah. It's just super strong and like hits home heart and like the rhythm of the way that it's spoken is just like there's no other way to put it, like catchy. Like you want to sing it back. You want to listen to it again. You want to just it just you see my smile when I heard it. I was like, fuck, I forgot about it. I was like, oh shit, I forgot about this incredible line. And
It's
like
the line before it is you got sight when you're blind, a heart when you're heartbroken,
Like-
love. Yeah.
like I don't think you understood how like that is
The whole song. That's the whole song.
It is that part. Like the whole song is there, and it's so it's so good. It's so fucking good. I want to hear it mixed and mastered. Like,
Acoustic.
yeah. I want to hear, but it needs your vocals need to be stronger than the guitar. The guitar is
Totally.
so important.
You're right. No,
Your
right.
vocals need
It's
to
like a
be
hip hop song. The voice is the song.
is the song, and it's
And when I sing it, I play louder than I should.
Yeah.
Sometimes because the guitars, I need to feel it, and
no,
so I play
and
it harder.
but that's I mean like your performance is great and it's good for.
At least the mics need to be volume
Totally.
different. That's all it is.
It is.
I'm not gonna play it differently. It's just lower volume mic.
No,
Like this mic is lower than my vocal mic.
right.
My Britney Spears little thing right here.
And I mean, I get it and respect it, and I'm glad I was part of the process. But like the final version of it, when you understand like the volume dynamics.
Well, dude,
I'm
all
so
this
excited.
all these songs are hip hop.
Yeah.
They're not meant to be acoustic. I write them all as hip hop ballads.
I
They're
mean,
all hip hop romance ballads.
I just-
It's Drake. It's Drake. I'm
Dude,
Drake.
I know, I get it, I know.
Like I'm supposed to be
I knew that from day one, and I love that it's like
the
so-
reggae Drake.
Yeah.
It's reggae
It's
Drake.
so purely that it's so compelling.
He literally made me who I am. Like, he broke me in half and turned me into him. And like just by listening to his shit.
But you have your own voice, like
Well,
without
totally, but like you gotta look at the nuclear fuel in the
Totally.
furnace. It's
Totally.
me burning him, and what comes out of my
Totally.
chimney stack is my soul.
I mean, also, but you have to acknowledge all the Drake's influences, like all the Drake's like so.
And also, I do Sublime.
Right.
I have a lot of other influences.
And also, Drake was influenced by Sublime, like reggaeton and anything that's like, funk plus,
Yeah, totally. He's a distillation of many.
R&B. Like, there's a ton of different genres, but like different elements of reggae and contemporary reggaeton have been like deeply entrenched in Drake's contemporary vibe, especially the production.
Right,
His
right,
production
exactly.
is
The
just all that.
production,
His vocals are
minimal
like,
strip
yeah,
with him.
minimal strip.
And that's what makes him timeless. That's what makes him not a pop
I
song.
know. He's so good.
Because he's him. He's not a pop
He's
song.
so good. There's a track that I was gonna play tonight. It's a newer track song. It's called "Look Alive." It's a Drake and I forgot the other guy, but it's a really good track. And I've just been listening to it nonstop. And I didn't want to play it because I've been listening too much. But like also, I don't think it's the right crowd for it. But dude, I understand. Drake is so fucking talented. That track, both of them are amazing in such different ways though.
His
Like,
tracks?
No, yours.
The two different
you
ones?
just played, yeah, like so beautiful in such unique and specific ways. And God, I'm excited.
How are they different? How's the first one different from the second? What's good about the first one versus the second one?
Play a few chords for the first one again. Just remind me. Sing it like sing one part.
Said I'm sorry.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But I don't play. I play the total major rock chords when I sing. But when I do, I play the jazz chords when I go acoustic.
Yeah. Well, honestly, it reminds me of a mix of Drake and fucking. You're gonna hate this, but Johnson.
No, I love Jack Johnson. I
Dude,
don't take it
it's-
as
it's
I don't take it as a compliment. I love Jack Johnson. He's one of the best of all time, bro.
Then that's
I
a
take
huge,
that as a huge
like
compliment.
you
He's one of
are
my biggest
like
compliments.
the,
Drake Johnson.
you
I'm Drake Johnson. That's what I should call my name. I should
Dude,
call
you
my
are Drake
artist name
Johnson.
should be Drake Johnson.
You are Drake Johnson because you've got the hip hop like swag of your like. Because
Like
you're,
I'm like partially black, bro.
you're-
Let's be real.
you're playing
I'm a
around-
nigga,
yeah.
dude. Now I got a turban, bro.
you're playing around the beat. You're not playing like technically perfectly. You're swagging it out. You're like
totally.
like you're swerving. You're like
Yeah.
you're
Yeah, I'm leaned out.
you're leaning the fuck out, and it influences your style, influences your perception, and or
It's
my
very
perception.
jazz.
It's very jazz, and I fucking love that about you. But your vocal like very like raspy, like masculine, sexy, feels like Jack Johnson. Though.
Almost like a Ray LaMontagne, right?
I don't know who that is, but probably.
Love Ray LaMontagne. Oh, bro, I'm so glad to be able to pass on
I can't
the
wait.
baton to you, bro.
Because like
Can I play you? Wait,
Of
go ahead,
course.
go ahead.
It honestly, it also makes me think of this artist that I want to play for you, who like has no like, they have no following. This is like a band from Miami called DD Lux that does like hip hop and like jazz rock together.
Okay.
And I honestly like I want to play them for you right now because it's kind of who you embody as because what it is, it's like one production and then like two vocal artists. It's one hip hop
I love that
vocalist.
Hannah's just like sleeping on your
Is
lap.
here. She's present. She's present with me.
She's so awesome. Hannah, you're a goddess and we love you beyond words and you're so beautiful inside and out. And I'm so grateful that you're with my boy here because I appreciate him and I'm glad he has a woman like you. Subconscious, plug in, go, have good dreams. Yeah.
Can dream more.
She is, dude.
Yeah.
It's rare to have a girl that's like so like classically beautiful without all the negative imprinting that comes with being classically beautiful. It's very rare. Like you're so lucky, dude. I know so many girls that like I wish were better people that are as pretty as her. And like they're just not. They're just not strong people. They're weak, they're imprinted, they're projecting negative societal like projections and they're just trapped within the judgment cycle.
I know.
Wait, what were you gonna say though? You were gonna say something about
Yeah, well, so this one artist that I know that's not famous. They're not like well known at all, but I've loved them for such a long time, and I know for a fucking fact that you would love them. They
Right.
embody like the best aspects of hip hop and R&B with acoustic. So, but they have two vocalists. They have one hip hop vocalist and one rock vocalist.
Right.
And the rock vocalist / jazz vocalist, like he's both. He has like a kind of a winding vibrato that's like really interesting and an interesting contrast specifically to the hip hop. But they have this really strong. All their songs have really strong bass lines, really strong, like distorted guitar licks that are
Jimi Hendrix.
sexy. Yes, and sexy, jazzy. God, I want to play it for you just so you could appreciate it.
Yeah,
Like, it reminds me
totally.
of you, and I think there's a fucking space for that right now that hasn't been explored in not nearly to the depth that it should be because
There's not enough exploration of really distorted guitar licks over acoustic guitar. Also, no one does it.
No, that's even more true because they don't even do that.
No one does it.
Yeah, I've never heard that.
No
Yeah.
one does it, bro.
Yeah.
We're gonna do it.
You're gonna do it.
I want it to be like my executive producer. Like you tell my producer what to produce.
I'm not all
You're the designer of the production, not the producer.
Yeah, sure.
I value design, bro. I'm telling
No,
you,
I
bro.
know
I
you
value
do.
design. Like I value you on
you
a
know,
level.
I've never met anyone like you.
I value design on a level that most people don't even understand design enough to value it.
I mean, that's my struggle. My everyday struggle is trying to remind people.
It's like, what do you do? You're a CSS? No, I design.
Yeah.
What do you do? You're graphics? No, I design.
Yeah.
What do you do? You create illustrations? No, I'm a designer. It's like
Because design encompasses so fucking much.
it's the integration of form meets function meets vibe meets emotion meets consumer behavior meets production. It's like the nexus of so many things that people like brain explodes when you try to explain to them what design is.
Thousand fucking
And a
things.
good designer is subconsciously on that level. Not
Absolutely.
even maybe even not even probably physically aware of it.
And they probably have a hard time describing every aspect of their choices and how it relates to all those things you just mentioned.
Because it's subconscious.
Because a lot of the choices are
They're
subconscious.
visceral.
They're visceral. But honestly, like the best ones can articulate it. The best ones can understand. Like
You said I was one of the few people that what?
that understands that. That
Design.
understands the depth of design. But,
Yeah.
but actually, what I did say was that I've never met anyone else like you. And
What in what sense though?
But in every sense, like yeah, that's a compliment. Like as a human being, not specifically like that appreciates design, because that in of itself is rare. But like beyond that, like as a human, because honestly, like I'm a great designer. I'm happy. I'm proud of my design. But like more than that, I'm more proud of who I am as a person.
Totally.
And that's
That's
like
who you should be. That's
yeah,
who you should be.
like and
I'm
like,
glad that you are.
I don't relate to myself as a designer. I don't even think about myself like
You're an
yes,
artist in the deepest
in
level.
like yeah, but like up here, like I
You're a human that empowers others through your own empowerment.
everything I love that. Everywhere I express myself, I feel like is just who I am. Whether it's through music, whether it's through design, how I articulate myself, you know, just that's all part of the same thing. And
Right.
I don't like people and
Compartmentalizing.
I really don't.
It's not useful either.
It's not, and
It's useful
it
for
doesn't feel true to myself, 'cause
it's useful for certain compliments, but then it compartmentalizes you within the compliment.
exactly. And honestly, like the companies that I get along with best are the ones that like recognize all the talents of who I am. Like
They're like, hey, look at this part of us. And they're like, I know that you're not
it's a
getting paid, but look
holistic
at this.
thing, right? It's
Yeah,
like
they're like, hey, what do you think about this?
Right.
Vision thing.
yeah, and it's
Yeah.
it's a zoomed out perspective. It's not like please design this in this way with these tools.
Like, hey, what do you think about our copy? Because we're going to be designing around it.
Exactly, and they're asking me about every choice because they respect me as a human being that has like opinions.
Value.
Yeah, value. Right.
Yeah, dude. Well, you do. I mean, if they don't see it. They don't see it as the wrong company.
I agree. That's not, honestly that's like how I try to protect myself. And it's,
Only work for people that value your progression as a person beyond your role in the business.
well
It's
said.
rare.
Well said.
It's rare,
Well
dude.
said.
People that value your progression as a human being beyond your role in the business are like one in a thousand.
The ones to keep around. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. And it's hard. You're right. It's just hard to find. But I had it. Okay. And thank you for being one of those people.
You're welcome, bro.
So excited to hear this. I want to play this. I want to play some tracks for you. I'm gonna play this one
I wrote this song with my girl. They didn't have words then.
I remember when it was just the first time, yeah. I remember how your lips touched mine. Then I started to then I started to I fell in love, oh so deeply in love. I don't know what to do or where to go. So in love I lose all conception of who I am. It's never been quite like this before. I lose who I am. It's never been like this before. But then start to notice some things that I don't like. The darkness inside ya. I was just being hurt, but I didn't know how much. Guess I was out of touch. So there's no need to break out. You were always free to go. And these memories, they keep coming back to you. Da 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 da, don't wait on me, 'cause I am still in love, but I ain't waiting on your love. give me the whole world, but without you it would be nothing. Give me the whole world, but without you, you could give me the whole world, but without you it would be nothing. Give me the whole world, but without you. She's the type to always pushing my limits. I love a critical mind, but you know it's all full of gimmicks. And she was like a blindside puzzle taking me in it, and I could see the falls out like the tornado, eye of the storm pulling me in. Sometimes I get a little warm, damage to my ego, but not the same. Let go my ego, motherfuckers over passion. I'm a beg on no more soundboard there, but you could give me the whole world.
Yeah.
But without you, it would be nothing. Give me the whole world. But without you, you could give me the whole world. But without you, it would be nothing. Give me the whole world. But without you.
Thank you, Los Angeles.
LA.
I can hear you. I can hear
Thank you, Los
I can
Angeles.
just, dude, you're made for it. You just gotta fucking lean the fuck in all the way. You're built for it. You're built for it. I can see it. I can see it.
Bro, but the
easily.
superfood companies, the garlic sauce, the free trade, the fair trade clothing, all that's gonna be in place before I ever
Yeah.
fucking play that show.
Yeah.
And the money's gonna go towards the causes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I do.
The same way Drake's fucking God's Plan video, he just donated all the money.
Yeah.
Like we're gonna vortex that shit back into society and make it uncool to be anything other than philanthropic.
You're killing it. I mean, we'll get to that.
Like we're gonna, like, I'm out of a drink. Let's go drink, bro. Look, hey, you guys, let me tell you something. If you fucking work your ass off, you're gonna make it. So make sure your intentions are set and make sure your heart is pure before you set your intention, or else you're gonna end up a million miles away from the target point. Make sure you're clear, make sure you're addiction free, make sure you're fucking free of the fetters, the chains that are gonna bring you down, so that you can set your intention with clarity, because you will end up at the right or the wrong finish line, whether or not you like it.
Yeah. Honestly, there's a you can work towards a lot of things, but I think it's important to know where you're heading, because there's my friend always told me it's not practice makes perfect, it's perfect practice makes perfect, right? If you're practicing the wrong thing, you'll get better at the wrong thing.
Right.
So like, he was a trumpet player when he was growing up, right? And his dad taught him a certain way, and it was the right, but the thing he learned was like there's specific like mouthings, like ways that you can approach
The mouthpiece.
the mouthpiece that are incorrect, that like you can still play the same notes and be like decent,
But you're cheating.
but not cheat, like that
You're
won't,
preventing yourself from developing
yeah,
the highest level.
exactly. Can't go past a certain point, and so, but you practice your whole life that way, so that
You're setting glass ceiling for yourself. Yeah.
so
And you'll hit it and not know why you can't progress.
I think that's part of your point, is like you have to have your intentions straight before you start practicing a certain direction. You have to know exactly how you're going to practice and what your where your goals
We
are.
have to know that we're running the right marathon.
It's all, yeah, exactly. It's the direction that you're running. It's
Right.
like you can work hard, but like in the wrong direction.
There's marathons everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a million marathons you could run.
And you gotta know which way you're headed. Like,
Are you headed towards the right
Yeah.
finish line?
Yeah.
And are you doing it in a way that's going to build you, or are you hacking it to get the results that you want
yeah.
without the right journey?
When I was in college, I was part of this group that was like really, that it was a Christian group, but it encouraged me. You want to pour some?
Let's just cheers to what you're saying right now.
Got you.
But finish what you're
Yeah,
saying.
yeah,
first.
it was a-
cheers to what you're
It
saying.
was a Christian group, but they encouraged everyone to join because they were just like really adamant about engagement,
Inclusiveness, yeah.
inclusion.
Yeah,
Yeah.
onboarding.
Yeah, they wanted everyone to like, even if you weren't Christian or even
Yeah,
related.
you're Jewish.
I'm very Jewish.
But you're in a Christian group.
I was in a Christian group because I wanted to talk to them because they were the ones that
Your choice, not your parents.
not my choice.
College,
But which part? Which part?
the Christian group.
Christian
right?
group was my choice in college. Yeah.
In college,
Yeah.
got it,
First
got it.
year of college.
Got it.
But I was raised Jewish. that they were very accepting. They were happy
Well,
to
you
talk.
were raised intelligent. You were raised
Yeah.
to be open. You
Right,
weren't
that's
raised
true,
Jewish. You
that's
were
true.
you're raised
That's
in a
true.
Jewish family, but you weren't raised
It
Jewish.
is an important distinction. You're absolutely right. Yeah. So I came in with like a Jewish background.
Value seeking.
Yes, yes. And I wasn't like putting them on defense. I was like, Christianity is stupid. I was like, all right, so let me ask you these questions about your values. Let me ask you these questions about your beliefs.
Right.
And how do you feel? What do you think? And like, here are my beliefs. And I was vulnerable. They were vulnerable, and we became very close.
Right.
And we learned a lot from each other.
Right.
One of the things they taught me though was that, like, for everyone, God is at the center, and whether you're a Christian or not, you're either, no matter how close or far you are, no matter how close or far you are away from God you are, all that matters is that you're facing the right direction. So you could be right next to God, but if you're facing the other way, you'll never get there.
Wow.
It's all about the direction.
It's not your proximity, it's your intention.
It's all about the direction.
Right.
Right. The intention is direction. It's exactly the same thing.
Yeah, that's
And-
what I meant.
Yeah, no, and I didn't mean to correct you. I just meant
No, it's an okay correct.
it was the way that they phrased it and the way that always
Totally.
resonate with me, and like
It's not your. Actually, that's an even better phrase. It's not your intention. It's your direction.
Right.
Even stronger than how close you are, how far you are.
right.
It's not even if your intention is to get to God. What is your direction? To be away from God, or are you like, I want to get close to God?
Because
and
you
then
could be like the most devout Christian and like be hating everyone. Like you'd be like, I believe in
or
God.
you could
and
be
I
a
believe in-"
masturbating heroin user and uplift everyone around you
Exactly.
somehow.
Exactly.
Yeah,
And
Kurt Cobain status.
big like that is the most true version of what I believe. Like there's like on the surface, like there is no
That's
version of a
beautiful.
person that is like the most perfect. Like it really depends on which way you're facing. Like and that's always resonated
It's so
so
funny, dude, because you're so right, and I'm so attracted to healthy people and healthy, strong girls with like big, strong legs and tans and whatever, and like
Sure.
they're strong, they're empowered. But then I look at their energy, and sometimes their energy is so weak.
Right.
And then sometimes I look at juxtaposed with the energy of an artist who has like very weak muscle tone and pale, and literally their body is decaying, but their power, their emotional energy, their spiritual vibration is on this fucking level.
another
that's
plan.
another level, just way beyond what the physical could ever be. And I'm
Yeah.
just like, wow, I'm so attracted to that.
I mean, there is a balance, and you can find a balance.
No, it's great to have a balance. I'm just saying it's so interesting that
Not you personally, but you can find someone with a balance that
totally.
that doesn't just value the physical, or just doesn't just value the spiritual, or doesn't just value the artistic. Like
But it's interesting that they can even compete.
yeah,
It's
it is.
interesting that the physical healthy thing that our genes tell us to go after is
Yeah.
competing with the spiritual
It is,
thing that our soul tells us
Yeah.
to go after.
and it makes it harder. It makes it a lot harder to find someone that that like you care about.
And like it makes it hard because sometimes you find someone that's disinvested from their physical health, but they're so invested in their spiritual,
Right.
emotional, and creative health.
Right.
And we're like, wow, like I'm so concerned about your future, but I so value you,
Right.
and you're so worthy, and you're so special.
Yeah. I think it's like
And how do we create that change within that person if they're not ready to create it within themselves? All we can do is be in support, you know?
totally.
We can't help them take that step, and it's
Yeah.
frustrating, and it weighs on us, and it impedes us in a certain sense to be so compassionate about someone that we care so much about.
Yeah.
But like those people, when they do make that shift into balance, physical and spiritual, I think that the spiritual being weighted towards the spiritual and then making the physical balance is easier than being weighed towards the physical
Yes,
and then
no,
trying to
yes.
make the spiritual
I
balance.
completely agree.
Because you can do 10 squats a day and be like spiritual, but you can't like be the person that works out all the time and is totally cut off from their spirit
and
and,
you
try
can't
to
just
go
force
spiritual.
that. No,
Yeah.
I agree.
The spirit journey is more important and longer and more profound
Yeah.
in every way.
And it just takes a lot more time to get there.
Exactly. It takes more time,
And if the person that you
more
meet,
investment of
yeah,
energy.
like has already invested the time and emotional energy and whatever energy into developing
Emotional energy.
themselves, developing themselves spiritually,
Right.
then you know that like the work that it would take to get them at the physical level is just like
Easy.
a fraction.
Fraction, hundredth.
Like yeah,
Thousandth.
seriously, yeah. Like if they're there, like all right, great.
Yeah. All you need to do is take an hour away from everything you normally do and just
Once
work
a day,
out.
just once a day. Yeah.
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 Whereas the other person that's like, change your whole brain and then come back to me.
I'll see you in 10 years.
I'll see you in 10 years. Kid.
Seriously, you know.
Hey, cheers, kiddo. You're 23. Guess what? You're 14. Come back to me when you're 23.
It's a different ball game altogether.
Yeah, I've had people that like they're so beautiful and they're so attractive physically, and I look at them and they're 24, and I'm like, oh my god, you're actually like 12. Like wow, like I really thought you were something else, and like not judging them, not being disappointed, but just being like, oh, like you're a child, okay, like fuck, I shouldn't have fallen in love with you, but I love you, so here's
That's so shitty. That's tough. That's tough.
it's tough, dude. I fell in love with a person like that, and for me, it was a big exercise in like my own superficiality and like realizing how much I was projecting my need to have a beautiful tan SoCal goddess as my woman, when in reality she has like zero ability to manifest, zero ability to contribute to my vision, zero ability to criticize my vision, except from a place of wondering what other people are going to think about my vision.
It's the worst.
Which is like sixth grade.
Sad.
It's like sixth grade.
Yep.
Sixth grade level. You know, so like, but it's not. That's the thing though. Nothing is waste. Even that lesson was necessary.
Right.
And that lesson led me to the higher realization that I need to be more diligent with the types of women that I'm manifesting. And like even aside from